Oh, for joy, my fellow car modelers, it is so neat when you open up your door, when you're walking out of the house to leave for the evening, that there's a package sitting out there for you. And then you gotta continue on with your business and go to where you gotta go, and you think about that package and it's sitting at home. And but you saw where it came from. It came from right there. We're gonna open this up. It's late at night. I got home from work and I can't go to bed. I gotta see what this is. Let's take a look at it. So let me get my knife right here and let's start slicing this baby up. I know what it is. I ordered a resin body from MCW, and if you haven't watched, go and check out my unpodcast with Mike Guest, the owner of MCW, and I asked him about this. Say, oh, you have one of these? He said, oh, heck yeah. There it is. Woohoo! Oh, this is cool. Nice packaging. And that's the car that we got. Oh man, let's take a look at this resin body. I've been looking forward to this. I'm probably going to build this here very soon. I'm not setting this up, and this is going to be a 2022 project for sure. Got some, interesting information here to like what to do, all this kind of this and that's about resin. We all know that. And good information on this sport coupe, which there was no, oh cool, there's a, you got to make the back window, because the sport coupe was never a model. The kind of notchback, or I'm not sure what the correct thing. There was a 69 kit put out, an annual kit put out that wasn't this roof. This is an only to MCW their car, and here's some pieces and parts. We'll get into that. Let's look at the body. That's what I want to see. I want to see this body wrapped up pretty nice. It's in this white resin, and oh, there it is. There's the interior top. We'll look at all this stuff later. I'm going to get all this out of the way, and we're going to take a look at this. And this is all pretty thin and easy to remove. But hey, I do like this. This is going to be very cool. Yeah, it's just a sleek looking body. I like that style. Now, I would probably imagine the donor kit would be a 70 Impala. Round Two's put it out a couple times. We put out, well, the most recent version, I guess, would be the Fire Chief's car. You could probably use that, but actually what I'm going to do is I bought one of the Supernatural 4-door Impalas that I'm going to use that, because I bought one for parts, because I wanted a lot of parts out of that to use with a regular 2-door Impala kit that's been around for a long time. And I'll just take the leftovers and use it for this car. But he'll be taking some cleaning up. This stuff will have to be out, but it's not too thick. That's always my worry about resin bodies. And the flashing comes off pretty easy. But it's model kit thick, and I'm putting it in. I don't see voids, and it's pretty solid. This is not a bad piece. I really like it. This is not going to be hard to clean up at all. Here's the interior, which I'll have to see how this works with the Supernatural car. Kind of different era type of models. I might cut this up and use like the door panels and try to, I don't know. I'll have to wait till I get that kit. So I'm probably going to be using a more modern kit as the donor kit for all the rest of the car. So this is kind of based off of old, simplified annuals from the 60s. I'm going to just dump all this out and take a look at it. There's a lot of parts. I didn't expect a lot of parts. The hood looks pretty nice. Just a little bit of cleanup. No voids, no pinholes of such. Nothing that's ridiculous and would cause an issue. We've got slight twist, just ever such slight twist. That's really easy. It's very flexible. It'll probably be easy to fix. Put a little heat to it, you know, like over water and stuff, and go like that. And it's not that bad. The lower valance, the bumpers. Oh yeah, there's the money shots right there, man. That's an important look right there of the 69. Oh, I just love the 69 Impala. The car was on YouTube on a show called Big Muscle on a channel at what they used to be called Slash Drive. Now it's called The Drive. Check this one car out.
What is it about big cars from the late 60s that says bank robbery? Maybe we watched too many Hawaii Five-0 reruns. Not the new Hawaii Five-0, the original. You know, car chases, hubcaps flying off, guys wearing hats.
Meet the bouncer. He's that subtle force at the back of the bar that represents truth, justice, and a good ass kicking if you get out of line. If you were looking for understated muscle back in the 1960s, then this is where you turned, and at 46 years young, it must be said that the years have been kind to the big dog you see before you.
The video came out about 6 years ago, and I saw this car and I was like, oh man, if I could have one of these. I mean, that like a perfect cruiser. And it's pretty much that car I want to build. But I really dug how, I don't know, I think they just vented the inside, you know, headlight, and it just had the outside headlight, and it just had a really cool look with just 2 headlights instead of 4. And I'll probably drill out that headlight. I'll probably drill out both headlights to be able to make them look a little better. Put clear headlight there, and just have a vent there. But I definitely dig the look of these cars. These are really cool. But back to like these little pieces, all these pieces, and there's a bumper. You get some kind of not such good quality resin, and I hate when I always hear these resin casters say, well, it's what you have to deal with in resin, where you got little pinholes. And yeah, somewhat yes, but I mean, they try to say that's just the nature of resin, which is really real bull. I'll tell you that, as I have many years in resin casting, and my product, I would make sure it was like this when it came out of the mold before it went to a customer, with no voids and big, you know, you get bubbles in your molding process, and it creates the tons of pinholes down here lots of times, because when they're molded, they're upside down, and so all the bubbles flow to this section of the mold when it's forming, and you tend to start to lose little bits and pieces, and it doesn't look like that happened at all here. They definitely have good pressurizing and good, look at how that just came out, that's cool. Good pressurizing and good flow, that all the air escaped when they were pressing the 2 pieces together. That's always look at how that's just all coming out, that's cool. Oh, yeah, I am very happy. I think this is very well casted. I see some, you know, there's some little issues, easy cleanup. It's been, this mold has been run its course a lot. There's a few issues, but it's nothing, man. It's very, very well done in the casting. There's lots of times in parts like this, you'd see all these tons of air bubbles, and all in really big, because you know, you get them. This is not that big of a deal. These are in way back and behind parts and stuff like that. That's completely acceptable. But when you get a part from some of these guys who go, you know, I want to be a resin caster, I got some things will make molds, a resin cast, and then they think they're a resin caster, and then you have big missing, you know, bubbles that just create a big missing void and a round circle that's totally gone, and that's terrible.
You're watching the Lucas C channel on YouTube.
Oh, now that's very good casting of a seat. They took some time with that mold. Lots of times you get a resin seat and it would all be solid down here. So that's cool. Oh, it came with some rally wheels. I kind of like the depth of those. That's cool. It came with rally wheels, and it came with hubcaps. I have a different plan with my wheels, although that's a very good possibility. I would go with those, but they could be used for another project. Beautiful dashboard. No pinholes, no voids. Just got to clean it up around there, and that will look great. So, you know, and I don't feel... I don't know how they do things. People talk about mold release. Mold release really isn't something that gets used. I never used mold release, but lots of times some of your cheaper resins and stuff would have a oily feeling, which was actually the chemicals leaching out of the resin. And this stuff seems really, really clean and really solid. That is such a cool looking car. I am going to build this. This is probably going to be something I am going to build. Let's see, we want to get the little Porsche done. I want to get the 64 Oldsmobile done. You know, we've already been working on that, and I think this is going to be a springtime build. Be a simple one. I really want to do this, so of course I'll do updates on the channel. Let's look at that. Look at that. That's it's starting to form. That'll be, you know, watch this. I can take this resin, just look at how it cuts off. And it's bad. I'd rather do this than try to grind it, because resin produces such really bad, very fine powder when you grind on it. So try to avoid it if you can, but if you do it in a well-ventilated area with a respirator or some kind of mask. Sanding, you got to be careful. Not so big a deal, but I try to cut out as much as possible. It definitely is cutting out. Look at that. That's beautiful. Wow. Hey, Mike Guest and all the crew over there at MCW Finishes, I tell you what, I will say, you want a resin body from these guys, get it. You will be happy. It is super duper cool. Really nice. Master looks like it was very well done, and they did a good job grafting that sport roof. I have no idea where the roof came from, because the original annual body was a completely different shaped roof, and I think they done great. I'm gonna have fun with this. This is gonna be cool. This is one of them dream builds I've always wanted to do. Let's see. That's kind of the thickest. That'll be not too hard to... Look at that. This resin, real easy to slice into. It's not brittle, and it'll be real easy to clean up. I'm gonna have a good time with this. Wow. I kind of want to get started on it, but I just got some projects going on. But I just wanted to, open it up with you guys and show this to you. And this is super cool. I'm going to be honest. I'm very, very skeptical about a lot of resins. I'm really not kind to resin casters. I'll be very critical about them. I really kind of avoid them, because most of the time it really is unusable junk. And I'm not going to say any names right now. I'm not out to get anybody, but there are some out there that it's just unusable garbage. It really is. This is not one of them. This is going to be very usable. It already is just looking good. It looks like everything will fit, and I just can't wait to get this cleaned up and worked on. I'm excited. I really am excited. I just see some cleanup, some sanding, minor filing here and there, and I don't think there's going to be having to bust out the putty and fill in things and trying to fix voids. It's not too thick. It's very consistent in its thicknesses. I hate it when those resin bodies are really thick. And the master was well prepped before mold was made, so it's not all grainy and grimy. It's very smooth. This is going to be a real easy thing. And it looks like that Impala SS, although I will probably get rid of it for the car that I want to do. Those look very pronounced, and no more or less than what a the actual styrene model kits from back in the days would have had. So if you were wondering if it was a company that you could buy a resin kit from, I will say yes, it's a company you can buy a resin kit from. You're not going to hate yourself or be something that you just put in the box and shove it up on the shelf and forget about it and say, I got it. It just looks like a lot of work. And not you really want to, if you're looking to buy something that they offer and it's what you want and you want to build it, you'll build it when you get it. So I'm gonna tinker around with this. I'm gonna get off here now. It's actually really late at night. I should go to sleep. I gotta get up, take care of Felix, and put this video together for you guys to watch. You're watching it. This was last night. You're watching it today. And I'm just gonna have some fun with model cars, like I always do. And well, keep gluing the figures together and keep cutting the styrene. And we will see you in the next video. And I will be giving you updates on this. I'll tell you, you'll be seeing this kit. I'm going to get on this. I'm going to build this sucker. This is going to be really cool. Got a great idea. It's going to be neat. Very neat. Take care, and here's the producers.